Greetings to you all on this third day of our Heritage Month. Contrary to the celebratory mood of what this month stands for, I stand here today disgusted, discontented, and grieved, to say the least, by what I saw as the apartheid police brutality in the Freedom Day in South Africa. The brutality meted at South Africans, whom in the majority were Africans, just reminded me of the tragic past that reduced a black person into an animal with no rights. Let alone the recent past of the Marikana tragedy that still haunts the many families who lost the breadwinners at such police brutality. A gathering of artists, promoters, producers, events managers, venue owners, sound and lighting business owners was dispersed in KZN with such brutality and humility under the skies of a democratically hard-earned freedom. I stand to be corrected if this is just my imagination. Now, recently we saw tractors of farmers who gathered to raise their concerns around the killing of farmers in SA. Not a single one of them experienced the forceful and brutal removal from their cars or tractors, but were allowed to picket. Not long ago, truck drivers had major roads in SA blocked, and not acts of police brutality were experienced. Not long ago, we saw the taxi industry blocking main roads, let alone demanding the opening of their industry to operate at 100%. No police brutality was witnessed. In the history of this sector of sports, arts, and culture, we have been experiencing the purpose deaths of black artists, actors, TV and radio presenters, sportsmen and women. We have witnessed tabloid news about black artists, actors, radio and TV presenters, sportsmen and women who are HIV positive. Tabloid news about the immoral and illicit activities by black community of the sector. Divorce cases, bank repos of houses and cars of the black community of the sector. And I want to ask, has anyone experienced police brutality on any white person in South Africa since 1994? Or even before 1994? Who has seen a white person being manhandled by police? Was it necessary for police to act like that? So I want to say today, as a member of this sector, we shall not keep quiet until we are truly freed from economic, social, and political oppression and suppression. If we don't belong in the society that constitutes South Africa, then we should be given our own land to live in and govern ourselves. I did ask His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa to investigate the corruption in our sector, and he brushed it off. Not long ago, we saw an article in City Press that was saying over 100 million. Scandal from the very same department that I was saying it must be investigated. We are sitting with a situation that is inexplicable, that a relief fund was released yet it was only meant for the chosen few. Many of us have not experienced the relief. We are going through a very distressful time in our lives, with no jobs, with no earnings, as our livelihood is dependent on our performances. We do not have stable jobs, but we depend on performances. And if there are no performances till now, it means 5 months with no earnings. Yet the relief fund is not seen anywhere. And this is exactly what these people these artists who were picketing were raising, a human rights issue, that we are hungry. That innocent request was met with police brutality. We shall not stand and look. I am calling for all other provinces to do the same. Let us all be arrested and be kept in prison. If our government sees it befitting that it should act with brutality against us, let it be so. Thank you, KZN, for starting a wave that must continue and be spread across the country, because our governments seem to only understand that language. To all the practitioners, let us raise the awareness of this. Let us trend, let us do everything, the influencers. This is the moment for all of us to say Black Lives Matter too. We all under siege. What happened in KZN has happened to all of us. And we should stand in unity and say, never shall this happen ever again, or let them kill us.